I'm sorry if I'm fiddling with this thing too much. Can I ask a question? It's hard to tell up in here. How's the sound? Is it too loud?
No.
Great. It's not monitor then. I feel better. Okay.
That's okay.
About 2 years ago, my father my dad's a welder. He pastored at one time, and 2 years ago he started getting these knots all on his body, like on the back of his head. My mom kept pushing him to go to the doctor, get it checked out, and he wouldn't do it, just like any old man would do. I don't need a doctor. Well, finally he did go, and the doctor said, you got stage 4 mantle cell lymphoma. And he said, if you don't get any treatments, you have 6 months to live. And we all wondered what was going to happen. I mean, as a young boy, I remember driving down Broadway. I mean, it was 2 years ago, driving down Broadway, and I'm just thinking, man, what will I do without my dad? And I could barely drive because I couldn't see because of the tears flowing down my face. And, you know, we just think those times. He went through the cancer and went through all the chemo treatments, had a stem cell transplant. We thought everything was going great. And everything did go great. I remember my mom telling me, she's like, I don't know how we're going to make. Dad's always worked, and I don't know how I'm going to make the bills, I don't know how to make the payments, I don't know where we're going to get the food. And I said, Mom, you know, we got a great God. Amen. And it came down to where she said, he didn't bring any money in for a year and a half. Nothing came in except for the Social Security and disability that he'd have. And it wouldn't even touch the bills they had, the house they just bought, and car payments, everything. But my mom said it's amazing how God provided. That's right, man. It's amazing how He provided. They never was late on one payment. They were never late on anything. And God provided. I mean, they had chests full of food, chest freezer full of food, and everything was provided for him. Everything was going great, God provided, then his cancer came back. We all wondered what was going to happen. We didn't know what would happen, we didn't know what was going to happen, but Dad needed another stem cell transplant. And God provided that once again. We had a perfect 10 out of 10 match. From a 21-year-old male somewhere across this country that said, I'd be willing to donate. And Dad just got out of the hospital Wednesday. Amen. Everything grafted perfectly. And it's just amazing. He's not working again, but it's just amazing how God provides. Amen. This next song Jordan's going to sing for us is God Providing. He'll provide for everything you have. Jordan, would you sing it for us?
Isaac walked up the mountain, his father by his side, never realizing he would be the sacrifice. And when Abraham raised up his hand to take his child's life, in his heart he must have wondered why. Sometimes God will take us to unexpected places, but in every situation we will find God will provide beyond what we've imagined, so much more than we can fathom. He will supply, God will provide when we trust in Him completely and take each step believing like a child. God will provide. On another hill called Calvary, a father's only son was offered as a priceless gift of faithfulness and love. Amidst the crimes of all mankind, God reached down from above, and He covered us with Christ's atoning blood. And no matter what your